Hi, welcome to Couples Therapy with Hajii and Blaque. I'm Blaque, this is Hajii, and we're happy you're here with us today.
Hello, everyone.
So we were supposed to do an interview with Alex and Alicia Ballard from Delaware. We advertised it and everything, and somehow there was a time conflict and we weren't able to interview with them today, but we're going to reschedule with them and have that conversation, because I think they're an amazing couple to have the conversation with, and we're so looking forward to speaking with them. But we decided that we're going to still discuss the two topics we were going to discuss with them, because it's something that we deal with too, right? So the topics we were going to discuss with the Ballards are love after hurt and co-parenting, blended families. So the topics are love after hurt and blended families. And of course, we're having dinner. We have Chinese this time. So let's go. You want to start? No? Okay. So Hajii and I both have been married before. And clearly we are no longer married to those people. And as in any relationship, whether you're the person who decides to end it, or you are the person who were informed it was ending, there's hurt. Even if you really wanted to end the relationship, you still can have hurt feelings because it didn't last the way you thought it would, or you thought it was going to be better, or you thought you were going to be treated better. And so we've both been hurt. Is that fair to say?
Yeah.
We've both been hurt. I don't want to speak for him. And honestly, when we met, I think we were in similar places. Like, yeah, this is it. Hey, we're gonna pause here so I could cut it and put it back together. Babe, we recorded.
Okay. I know.
Okay. So I think we were both at a place where we were over relationships. Is that where you were? Where were you when we met?
I don't think I was necessarily over relationships, but I was tired of the bullshit. So.
And what would that have been when you say that?
Like different movements and attitudes. Everything else was like a priority.
Oh, you wanted to be the priority?
No, not necessarily a priority, but
the relationship at least.
Yeah.
Okay, that makes sense. So I was over relationships. I had resolved myself that I was just going to be alone, because for a very similar reason. I had been in a relationship for almost 15 years. Well, more like 12. I say 15, but last 2.5, 3 years, me and the dude wasn't together, but we lived in the same home. So that's why I always say, and if you ever heard me in person talk about it, I did a 15-year bid. But we were really in relationship for about 12-ish years, right? And I was over it. I had resigned myself to be with this person for the rest of my life. I had made sacrifices and commitments, and even when clearly this person didn't deserve me to be around with them, I stayed because I had promised this person that I wouldn't abandon them. I kind of felt like Tina. And Ike and Tina. You bet you're going to do me like everybody else kind of thing. But anyway, I had resolved myself like I was just going to be single. But me and dude had gotten to it wasn't even really an argument, but he was insulting me. Well, what happened was, once I had forgiven him, we were still living in the same house. Once I had completely forgiven him, I had no argument for him. Like, I was over all the hurt and everything. I couldn't even see it anymore. I used to walk downstairs in the morning, and because he slept in the living room, right? So I would walk downstairs in the morning, and I would say, "Good morning, dum-dum," like from the Flintstones. Like, it was bad. It was bad. Bad. And,
wait a minute.
it was bad.
Wow.
And, I had, really asked God to free me from that. Like, get me out of it. Like, I want to be able to forgive him. I don't want to see everything that he has done to me every time I look at him. Like, I want to be free from it. I want to be free. Later, for whatever he got going on, I wanted to be free from it. And eventually I was. And so I wasn't saying good morning, dum-dum no more, right? So we was just chilling. But the thing was, he couldn't get a rise out of me anymore, because at this point I didn't care anymore. I didn't care one way or the other. Like, so he couldn't get a rise out of me this one day. And if I had to say what day it was December 23rd, 2013. I remember. So we got out of it, and he was being very, argumentative, and I wasn't arguing back, and it was infuriating him. And y'all excuse me, I'm getting over strep throat. And so, why you moved over like you didn't know? Y'all see the silliness?
Demons.
Anywho, his comeback at me, or his way of pushing my buttons, was, there used to be I don't know if it exists anymore, but there used to be an app called Scout. And it was a hookup app. I didn't know that, but it was a hookup app. And he was like, "Oh, you know what your problem is?" And I'm going to tell y'all the clean version. He was just like, my problem was I needed to have sex. So I needed to go on Scout and meet me somebody. So here I go. I'm sure I am. And you're going to be mad when I do, because you're mad now. And I joined Scout. It was horrible. It was horrible. It was like a online meat market.
Oh.
Online meat market, right? And I couldn't believe it. So a lot of people don't know how Hajii and I met. So, and you used to have like a thing you could put on your page. It wasn't in depth like a dating site, but you could put some little thing. And a lot of the guys my age were putting up rap lyrics, like their mantra. At my age, at the time, and I ain't big age, right? So I posted on my thing, are men of this age really using rap lyrics as their mantra? And Hajii replied and said, no. Actually, he said, hell no. So I clicked on his page. I said, oh, he kind of cute. Oh, he look like a man. Because, men today don't be looking like men, and I don't mean gay men. I mean the men who wear these tight jeans and they butt be over the top and their t-shirts be real small. Like, that's not my.
And
that's
drawers too big.
Yeah, I don't. That's not how dudes did it in my day.
Your pants gonna be too small and your drawers
too big. But dudes in my era, they didn't do it like that. And I'm. Like, off topic, I was watching with my 22-year-old yesterday on YouTube. I was introducing him to the lowlifes, because that's my era. Those are the dudes, like, when I was coming up. in Brooklyn. That's what dudes look like. I'm from Brownsville. That's what dudes look like. And, you know, just the history of it and everything like that and the culture, and got to see, like, New York and tell them about, you know, my experience. But that's what I was used to. I'm not used to the men with the pants. I'm just not. So I was like, okay, he looks like a man. And then I read, and he said, where are all the real BBWs at? And at the time, I was like 300 and change. So I was like, right here. And we started messaging, and it was, he was a real person. He wasn't a bot, a scout bot, a hookup bot. He was a real person. Like, we were having like regular conversation. And how I knew it was like he was being himself was because he wasn't charming.
I'm not.
He wasn't.
I'm not. Yeah,
Yo, this dude was not being charming at all. It was like straight up and down. This is what it is. Like, not. One time he misunderstood what I said. It was real, like, da 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 da. And I was like, da 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 da.
I was honest.
He was rude.
I wasn't rude. I was honest.
He was rude. But, I kind of liked that he was upfront. He was being very upfront and whatever. So that's how I met Hajii, and it was purely me spiting the ex. I didn't have any intentions on meeting anyone. Hajii was the only person that I interacted with besides this young dude from the Bronx. And he was like, Ma, what are you doing on here? This is not for you. I can look at your picture and tell this is not for you. What are you on here for? And so me and the young dude, we was talking about like home and like thing and that, but it was never like, hey, let's hook up. Because first of all, he in the Bronx. Second of all, I had children in his age. And third of all, he was trying to save me from the people. God bless you if you out. He was putting me on to this app, right? So Hajii was the only person that I talked to. But purely because I was trying to spite old boy. And I met Hajii December 26th.
Now look at you.
2003, 3 days later.
Thank you.
Yes, thank you for telling me I needed to get on Scout. Because of you, here we are. And I just liked his authenticity a whole lot. And I said, well, maybe I could give it another chance. And plus, you know, I ain't gonna hold y'all. Y'all know I love Brooklyn dudes. I'm from Brooklyn. But I know. This dude was from Philly. I wasn't really feeling Philly dudes. But my baby got this swag that I just love. So I was like, I'll give it a try. And here we are, all these years later. And we have, what are you doing, Hajii?
The special effects with the hat.
I need you to focus. We know you from Philly. Focus.
Okay.
So, we've been chilling. And love after hurt has been challenging. Not because we don't love each other, not because we don't want to show love, but you have to... No, I'm not going to say that yet. How has it been for you?
No. Love after hurt is a challenge. You know, because some things may seem the same, but the, can I say, the content or the thought behind it might not be the same.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and that's gonna take some getting over on your part. You know what I'm saying? Like, something you gonna have to learn. I mean, I'm still learning. You know what I'm saying? I'm getting older and I'm sort of stuck on my ways and I'm still learning. You know, I mean, you can't stop trusting people. That's the main part. I mean, you stop trusting people, you might miss your blessing.
Facts.
You know, God don't always send you things in material or spiritual way. He might send a person. You know, like, and if you stop trusting, you might walk past that person. You know, so
you almost walked past me.
Yeah.
I know. Tell them what your life would be like right now.
No, we ain't gonna get into that. But
I've been getting on his nerves lately. Last 2 weeks, right?
Yeah.
So it's not a good time to say that.
I mean, you know, like I said, you have to trust people. I mean, now if you get a feeling like in your gut, and you go with your gut. I mean, probably 8 times out of 10, that person ain't worth shit. You know, but if you listen and talk, I mean, as you grow, you'll be able to tell the difference. You know, so it's hard. It's hard though. I mean, like I said, some things may seem the same, but they're not meant the same.
Right.
From previous. You know, and it's going to take some time to tell the difference between the two. I mean,
you're not upset, so you can't say it.
Yeah. I only talk proper when I'm upset. I don't know why, but... So
I agree with you because, you know, I'm known for saying this feels familiar. And a lot of times, probably, if I had to be honest, when I say this feels familiar, it's never been the thing I thought it was. It just felt like that to me. And for me, when it feels familiar, like what I had been through previously, I lose all rationale. And I get into fight mode. Because that was my reality previously. I would have to defend myself verbally or physically. And so when I feel like it feels like it might be that thing, I don't even want to buy my mom no more. Like, what we doing? Do I need to throw my hands up, or we doing tongue lashing? And then I have to catch myself because at the end of the day, first of all, I gotta take the high road. God is looking at me, and it bothers me if He's not pleased with what I'm doing. I know that's not for everybody, but that's for me. I want God to be pleased with me as much as I can, because, you know, the whole not perfect thing. But I really, really love my husband. And I really respect and honor my husband. And I don't want to do anything that gives him the impression that I do the opposite of that. That I don't love him, that I don't respect him, or that I don't honor him. So I have to be very careful. And I yell anyway. Those who know me know I'm a yeller. I'm very loud. I speak loud in regular conversation. I'm from Brooklyn. We talk loud. We talk hard. We use our hands. Like, I talk loud. But I also yell. And I have to catch myself, because you cannot yell at your husband. You cannot yell at your wife. And then we're going to have a successful conversation. It's not going to work. So, even though sometimes I get in that space, he kind of knows sometimes what to say to kind of snap me back. Would you agree with that?
Yeah.
Or a look. Because Hajii will shut down on you. If you want to fight, argue, 8 times out of 10, he gonna shut you all the way down. You're gonna be talking to yourself. And when I realized that I'm talking to myself, I was like, okay, I'm in a space I ain't supposed to be in. Let me reel it back. And then, that's how we get through. So it's not that we don't have disagreements, because sometimes I think people think we try to portray like we don't have disagreements. We do have disagreements, but we are committed to working through them. Hajii, no, there's no going to sleep mad. That you sleep? I had wanted to talk about when we was talking earlier. Right or wrong?
Yeah.
I'm not going to bed, man. I don't know what the night going to bring. I don't know what the morning is going to bring. I don't know what's going to happen. And I don't want to, God forbid something happened to my husband and I didn't make it right with him. God forbid something happened to my husband and when he died, his last thought was that I was disrespectful. Like, I couldn't live with that. And if God forbid something happened to me, I don't want him to think the last thing I said to my wife was, man, get out of here. Man, get out of here. That's his favorite line. Man, get out of here. Man, get out of here. I don't want him to think like, I never know. Plus, on top of that, I think that we are a very transparent couple with our children. So they need to know that, yes, you will have a disagreement in your relationship, in your marriage. But you need to know how to hear each other. And you need to know how to express what you need. And you need to be able to say, I'm sorry it made you feel like that. That was not what I intended. What I intended was...
my Kung Fu is superb, grasshopper. Get out of here.
I say that, I have to say that a lot because this one, he got a lot of familiar feelings. Yes. Tell the truth. Shame the devil.
Just a couple.
So I have to listen. I do apologize. That's the way, because I really don't want to hurt my husband's feelings. Y'all know that besides loving this man, I like him. Like, this is my homie. This is my homie, for real, for real. So I never want to hurt his feelings. I never want to offend him. I said what I said. I meant what I said. But if the way I delivered it was offensive, I completely apologize. Tell me what part was offensive. Okay, I won't deliver it like that again. And I do work hard not to. I don't always get that right, but I do work to give it to him in a way that he can receive it, right? So love after hurt is challenging, but it's also rewarding. It feels good. You do have some tools you didn't have before going through that other relationship, right? And Hajii and I think those other relationships may have put stuff in perspective for us about importance, what's important, what's valuable, because we have a good time normally.
Yeah.
We could do nothing and have a good time. We play cards. We do our backgammon. He cheats. We could do whatever. Watching.
When you lose, that's what they say. They was cheating. No, you wasn't cheating. You just got your behind spanked.
He cheats. When we play 2000, I have to call my mother on speakerphone.
And of course.
Oh, that's what you're gonna say? Of course.
And of course.
Of course. Like my mother,
baby. Oh, baby, you know that's right. Okay.
That's what you're gonna say. I'm gonna tell her. You want me to tell her? You be talking mad jump on the. Okay, that's not true. My mother, she don't have no. She be like this. She don't have nobody's side. But when a cheater is cheating, you know what I mean. But we have a good time. We have a good time in the carport barbecuing. Not right now because Satan's upset with the world down here in the South, and it's just way too hot and
rainy.
It's raining now, and we got this beetle thing happening. Everybody out here, so we just be in the house more. We have fun with our children. I think we've invested a lot of time into doing things with the children, even as they're going in. Some are teenagers. We have one turning 13 in a couple of weeks. We have one turning 16 next month. One about to be 19. And then we have a 22-year-old who's...
It's next year. This shit next year. Yeah, he next year.
What do you mean next year?
His birthday next year.
Yeah, but he's 22 now.
Yeah.
But I think, even with them going into, being these ages, and then we have the 10-year-old at the house too. Even with them going into, being these ages and going into these ages, they like to have fun. At any given time, it could be a whole show in here. And so we appreciate that. So I think that love after hurt is work and rewarding at the same time.
That's only if you don't give up.
Yeah.
I mean, you can't give up. You give up, you're going to be lonely for the rest of your life. Wondering why you don't have nobody to watch a movie with.
Right.
Or, or let's go get some ice cream. You know what I mean? Or listen to a song on your phone. You know what I mean? Get that person off an AirPod. Let them listen to the song with you. Can't give up, man.
That's facts.
I mean, and the way the day's gone, these people moving way too fast. They're moving way too fast. I'm saying, slow down a little bit. Slow down. Trust me. Slow down, you'll see everything. When you're going fast, shit go by in a blur. You know what I'm saying? It goes by in a blur. Slow down, so you're taking all the sights. No?
I'm taking in all the sights.
Yeah. It's not, I done got older. I got to slow down. I got to, my vision is gone too, so I definitely got to slow down. I want to see stuff, you know what I mean? I want to see my daughter. I want to walk my daughters down the aisle. You know what I mean? I want to stand in the back of my sons when they get married with my tux on and stuff. I want daddy-daughter dances and basketball games. Stuff I want to do.
And your pop-pop duties.
And my pop-pop duties. Yeah. Pop-pop rule everything.
Facts.
Mommy, I'm a this and told him, I said, give you the damn stuff. My papa said, yeah.
He loves his grandbabies.
Yeah.
Loves his grandbabies. And so love after hurt, it's worth it. It's definitely worth it.
Oh, let me say this. And if you don't trust nobody, you'll never meet different people. You'll never know what effects different people will have on your life. You'll never know the love of a little girl that's not naturally yours.
Mm-hmm.
The love of her eyes is, man, it's crazy. Like you only experience them things. You only experience them going to school, graduating. want to experience that as a parent.
Mm-hmm.
I ain't gonna say a father, but as a parent, because that's for men and women. This is for men and women. You know, you want to experience that. You know, you want to experience, you know, that first dance. You know, you want to experience the nervousness of teaching them how to drive. You know, or the nervousness of you having to talk with them. You know, like, so you can't give up on love, man. If you do, you'll miss a whole lot of stuff. You know, because to be honest with you, love gets me up every morning. Seriously. I mean, knowing that my family is cool. Like, even if we beefing, I know they cool. I know they got the stuff they need, the whatever. You know what I mean? Saying, nah, I ain't getting them nothing. The little girl coming there and everybody gets stuff now. Daddy's not, you know, okay. You know, like, you want to experience this stuff, man. Like, it's great. You want to experience, like, playing basketball with all your sons. I mean, you want or going to see someone that you consider a part of you. I mean, going out of town and seeing them, making sure they all right, spending some time with them, you know, taking in different sites, you know what I mean, meeting different people, you know, like, yeah, man, like, everybody, I'm not saying everybody's not going to be good all the time, but, you know, it's the experience. It's the experience it's the experience for me. You know, just meeting people, talking to people. You know, like I said, if you listen and if you look and listen, man, it's more good people than it is bad people. I mean,
That's bad.
so you can't give up on love, or you can't give up on trusting people. You know, because it's a lot. Like I said, it's a lot of stuff we miss out, man.
Right.
I mean, just imagine I could miss out on my whole family. I mean, so.
We couldn't miss out on you.
So that's pretty much my take on it. You know, you got to stay in, stick in there, stick in it. You got to slip that jab though.
So I like that. I like what you just said.